It's civil.
the Queen's, isn't it?
It's civil. That's nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
That's all. I'm just informing you of what they've said. Okay.
Oh, you asked me a question. What have I got to say? The courts are the Queen's courts.
At a Shell petrol station in Bridgewater, a simple fuel stop turned into something unforgettable, a standoff that quickly went viral. A man tried to pay £247.25 for diesel using £100 coins and 25p crowns, both officially recognized as legal tender by the Royal Mint. But when staff refused the payment, what should have been a routine transaction suddenly became a matter for the police. As officers arrived, confusion filled the air. What really counts as legal tender in the UK? The man stood his ground, calm, composed, citing British law and challenging both the station staff and the police on their understanding of citizens' rights. Viewers watched the tension unfold as officers debated whether this was a criminal case or simply a civil dispute, testing the very limits of knowledge, law, and authority. This rare encounter exposes a deeper question. When is legal tender not legal tender? I'm filming to hold those in power accountable. If you believe in public rights and personal freedom, subscribe now. Together, we're building a community of accountability.
Those 25p coins are actually worth more than 25p because they're 25% nickel and 75% copper. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Did my colleague get your name?
Yeah, you got my first name.
Do you mind if I take your first name? Is that okay?
What's your name and number then?
My name 2928 is PC Lee.
PC Lee, nice to meet you, yeah.
Bear with me 2 seconds. So what was your name?
Well, I'm not prepared to divulge it in front of people that aren't pleased.
Well, I can ask the gentleman to step away if that's alright.
Yeah. Right. So what, under what act are you asking for more details?
It's because we've been called today.
Yeah.
Okay. Anytime we get called to an incident,
Yeah.
we'd like to get your name.
Yeah. What section of which act are you requiring my name?
I'm not saying it's under any act. You don't have to give your name to
No,
me
I won't.
today
I won't.
because you haven't committed an offence.
No.
But it's just for our records.
Yeah.
So would you be prepared to give me your name? No? Okay, that's absolutely fine. I'm going to make a note of your car registration.
That's fine, yeah.
Okay, is that alright?
Yep.
So all we're doing at the minute, obviously there's been a bit of confusion over the coins.
Yep.
Turns out that, as you said, they are legal tender. So
Yep.
so it's now down to the petrol station whether they accept them. If they don't, it's a civil matter. There's nothing the police can do. Okay.
No.
All right. I'll just get your number plate. Okay.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Hello,
Hiya.
So your vehicle
Yep.
has come back to either a Brett Chamberlain.
You shouldn't be saying this in front of the people.
You can't hear me.
Yeah, they can.
Do you want me to ask them
Yes.
to wait?
Sorry, you shouldn't divulge my personal details that you've got a police national computer
I wasn't divulging
into...
that.
Well, you were. You were speaking loud enough voice that they would have heard.
Well, they're not
Right,
now.
okay, go on
So,
then.
a Brett Chamberlain,
Right.
what was your name?
Which section, which action requiring me to give my name?
Road Traffic Act. You're
Right.
driving a motor vehicle.
Yeah.
Okay, so I require you to give me your details. If you don't, it is an arrestable offence.
Right, but am I on the highway?
Pardon?
Am I on the
You've
highway?
been driving this vehicle.
Yeah, but am I on the
You've
highway
been
now?
driving this vehicle.
Am I on the highway
Can you
now?
just give me your details, please, and then we can get this sorted?
Am I on the highway?
Because, so what
Yeah,
they're
but I'm
going
asking
to
you a
do...
question. Am I on the highway?
You're not on a highway right now. You
No.
have been on a highway.
Yeah, so you could have requested my details when I was on the highway, but now I'm not on the highway. You can't, can you?
I can.
You could wait until I leave, and then you could pull me
Road
over.
Traffic Act, request your details.
Yeah, only on the highway, but
Can
not...
you just give me your details, please?
Well, look, this is all about rights, okay? Now,
Yeah,
I've got a
absolutely.
right not to give you my details unless I have committed an offence. Well, the Road Traffic Act it is referring to vehicles on the highway, not on private property. So, if you're saying that I have to give you my details under the Road Traffic Act and I'm not on a highway, then you're infringing on my rights, aren't you?
So what they're saying...
Why don't you ask me another way, kind of thing?
What they are saying,
Yep.
okay, is that they are not going to accept your money.
Yep.
So what they are asking you to do is to either pay another way. Have you got another means of payment today?
Yes, I have.
Okay, would you want to just
No.
pay with that just to make it easier?
No.
Because they are not going to accept your money today, and they are wanting to make a civil claim.
Right, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So have you got anything to say to that?
Well, obviously, civil claims are sorted out in the court, aren't they?
Yeah.
Right. And whose jurisdiction is the court?
It's
It's the
civil.
Queen's, isn't it?
It's civil. It's nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
That's all. I'm just informing you of what they've said. Okay.
Oh, you asked me a question. What would I say? The courts are the Queen's courts. You know, the courts. I don't believe the courts will rule against the Majesty's proclamation that those coins are for payment throughout the United Kingdom. So
again, that's not something that police are involved in. So that would be that again. It's a civil matter.
So go on then. Do you think I should provide my details on private property?
Yes, I believe you should.
Because of the Road Traffic Act?
Yeah.
Yeah, go on, why is that then?
Are you going to provide
No,
more
I'm just
details?
asking you these questions. I may well provide my details. You have to articulate the law as to why.
Under the Road Traffic Act,
Yeah.
okay, you have used the highway to get here today, have you not?
That's not the point though, is it?
You have used the highway to get here today. Under
Yeah,
the
I
Road
have.
Traffic Act,
Yeah.
okay, I can request of you, I can ask you to give your details.
So in other words, you could knock on my front door, my car's on my drive, and you could say under the Road Traffic Act, I want your details, and you must have been on the highway in your car.
Be in your vehicle.
Doesn't make sense.
Sat in your vehicle.
Doesn't matter though, does it? Go on. I'll tell you what, I'll give you a bit of a break, right? So I reckon if I was parked in the car park, yeah, then I wouldn't have to provide my details. But because there's a way in and a way out, that means in law, in case law, it's an extension of the highway. And on that basis, I'll provide my details.
Would you like to give me your date of birth?
I'm not going to give them a driving licence because first of all, which section, which
Would you like
act?
to give me your driving licence?
No, which section,
Under
which
the
act?
Road Traffic Act,
Yeah, what
I'm
section?
asking you for your driving licence.
Yeah, which section, which
Can you just
act?
give me your driving licence?
You don't know it, do you?
There you go, 163.
That requires me to stop. If a police officer asks me to stop, or which? No, that's another act. Go on, which section? Do you want me to tell you? 164.
There we go.
Under 164 Road Traffic Act, you would like to have a look at my driving licence. No, I'm not going to give it to you because my... doesn't work. And it's not my money, it's their money. It's their money. Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. Yeah, you can. I'm not that silly. Alright, take it out. Right. Can you hear that? Alright, what seems to be the problem? It's not my money, it's their money. It's my payment. It's my payment. No. Okay, yeah. Yep.
At a later date, okay, they've got your car registration.
Yep.
They're going to forward it on so that they can get your details from your car registration.
Yep.
They're going to forward that on to their head office.
Yep.
And you'll be treated.
Yep. Well, whatever, yeah. I don't... It's not my money, it's their money. It's also the Queen's money, actually.
What do you want me to do with it then?
Put it in the till and accept payment.
That's not going to be acceptable payment. So I think you may as well just take it back.
Yeah.
Because what's that?
I'm not taking that. 240... £248.83. No, I don't think so. I'm not going to be out of pocket. I won't be out of pocket. I've paid for my fuel with cash, with legal tender. That's the, what do you think the legal bit means in legal tender? Yeah. 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 Right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay then. Yep. No. No, they're private. They're private. Okay, they've got my registration number, haven't they? Yeah.
I'll let them know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What would you like them to do with the money?
Well, it's up to them to do what they want with it. Obviously, it's payment, so yeah. But obviously, they may well get legal advice, and the legal advice might tell them that that they need to accept it, and therefore, if they've given me the money back, then they've got no way to recover the money, then, have they? Because I'm pretty sure that if they did give it back, there would be no recourse in law to recover the funds later on. So I'm doing them a favour by saying that you hang on to it, payment for my fuel. I'm not a fuel thief. I want to pay for my fuel, and that's my payment.
If they then pursue a civil matter and it comes back that it doesn't go in your favour,
Yeah.
then you're going to be out of pocket. That's what I'm thinking. If you still have to pay for the fuel again,
Now, how am I going to be out of pocket? Because what would have happened to the money that I've given them? I've given them the money, haven't I? So how can I be out of pocket?
you're not accepting the money.
No.
Okay, that's
All right. Well, thanks very much, PC Lee, wasn't it? PC Lee. Yeah, nice to meet you. Thank you very much. Have you got your body worn camera on? Oh, so you didn't tell me about that either, did you? Yeah, but no. In the policy, it says that you need to advise somebody. In fact, everything that's happened up until this point is not admissible in court because you didn't have.
I can't hear you.
I said everything that's happened on that camera is not admissible in court because you failed to advise me that you were recording. In the policy, your policy,
What policy is that?
I'll get back to you on that. I'll tell you what, loads of people on YouTube will get back to you on that. So if you just look up this video, they'll explain the police's own.
I don't tend to watch police videos on YouTube.
No, you obviously didn't listen either when you were being instructed that you need to advise members of the public at the earliest opportunity that you're video recording them for evidence.
Like I say, what part of policy is that?
Yeah. All right, I'm off then. Is Mark satisfied? Mark, are you satisfied about the diesel thing? Are you satisfied about the diesel thing? Yeah, there's no limitation on the carriage as long as it's in appropriate containers.
You'll have to understand, so in a police officer, you've got to know quite a lot about a lot of things. I don't profess to be an expert on every matter immediately, but I obviously endeavour to find out the answers where I am and knowledge which I've done.
Yeah, well, obviously I've researched this subject quite thoroughly. I don't have to worry about all the other things, but I do just worry about this thing. All right, Mark, thanks very much for being professional. All right, bye-bye. Thank you. Right, okay. Those ones, are they big? The big ones, are they? They're called crowns. They're 25 pence. Yeah, I can. If you have a look on the Royal Mint website, it lists all the coins that are legal tender in the United Kingdom, and they're legal tender to £10, a maximum of £10. So if you go Royal Mint legal tender, it will give you a list of all the coins that are legal tender in the United Kingdom, and that includes the £100 coins as well. It's exactly the same if I filled up with diesel and then when there was £20 notes and they said that we don't accept £20 notes, it's bank payment only. If they haven't got any signs on the pump saying no cash, digital payment only, then the assumption is they do accept legal tender. That's the laws of the land.
Better refer to the tender side of things in my own seriously.
Thank you very much, Mark.
Side of everything.
No, that's okay, Mark. Thank you.
What I am asking if you'd be courteous enough to remain with us while we sort this out.
Yeah, I will.
It's almost certain that in
I haven't filled them all up because they restricted the amount of fuel I could take. Obviously, as a police officer, you serve the Queen. It was the Queen who said that those coins are legal tender for payment throughout the United Kingdom. So your boss actually said I could use those coins to fill up with diesel and pay for them.
On the face of it, it is that from there and what I've been able to find out. So I'm not going to accept that. And whether that then falls on the same civil matter. The Theft Act legislation says dishonest or appropriate property, intentions of criminals are wrong. So if this is genuine, we don't have a dishonest element. So any offence will be made up if that makes any sense. I do accept, sir, it's an unusual better explored before dispensing the fuel.
Maybe, but one other thing, if it's a civil dispute, a civil dispute's resolved in the court. Yeah, and the courts are Her Majesty's courts, aren't they? The Queen's courts. The Queen's court is not going to rule against the Queen when the Queen said that those coins are for payment throughout the United Kingdom. Well, I reckon that's the case. Mark, thank you for dealing with it professionally. You've done a good job.
I do apologise for having lost my voice. I do sort of took the
No, that's okay. No. I mean, a lot of officers might jump to conclusions and assume corporations are right, but you've actually been neutral, and I think you've handled it very professionally.
So I don't know sufficient about it to make an overarching decision.
No.
As I said, in hindsight, I wonder if they maybe kept it might have been more sensible.
But whenever you fill up with fuel, do you go and check with them and see if they accept Visa or MasterCard or £50 notes, £20 notes, or any other form of money?
So unfortunately, no, I don't.
Well, this is actually an exercise of rights. If I'm lawfully allowed to use those coins for payment,
That's why you've decided to spend them at this point. You've obviously gathered them over all the time.
It's just something I do. It's an exercise of rights. It's the same as filming, like you said. I've got a right to film in public. An audit, if you will. So are you a sergeant or PC?
No, I'm not PC, sir.
How long have you served for? How long have you served?
A week away from 19 years at the moment.
That's a long old career in police. Obviously you've got some experience there, I'd say. Is he filling up fuel?
What I'm doing is I'm trying to find out as much as I can. The ground does say that it's a legal tender for any amount not to exceed £10.
That's it, and I paid £8.75 in those. And then I paid 8p in 4 2p, so that took it to £8.83. Yeah, and then the other was £200 coins and two £20 coins. So all within the legal tender limits and rules.